So, demonstration. This is the flow that we are going to use in order to show the application, the recruitment process with Taleo. First of all, we will see the integration options that we have. So you can start from Taleo, creating your campaign, your requisitions, and then when you hire people, transfer these people to your master data core HR. That can be e-business suite, people, soft, or another from another vendor. Or you can start creating the vacancy inside the master data core HR and then transfer this information to Taleo and then starting the recruitment process. So two options, you can do as you wish, as your process requires, and you can integrate directly inside the application within a tool called a Taleo Connector. After that, you can start your real recruitment campaign. So preparing the campaign means after creating the requisition, create the different channel and a sort of strategy of sourcing. And after that, when you have everything in place, everything ready to start, you can start the real action. So the action means that you start looking for candidates inside your database and outside the database of already collected candidates. For example, you can publish the requisition on different channels like job boards, using job aggregators, for example, using the social network as well. So this means leveraging the social sourcing and starting receiving the CVs from the resume from different candidates. Or you can do a research inside your database using different tools like the synonym or keywords and finding the associations between keywords. For example, if you are looking for a Java expert, you can type in the research of Taleo also coding expert. There is this association between words that allows you to create more wider, let's say, wider campaigns of research inside the database. Then using the tool, you can really simplify the selection because based on the results of this research per keywords, per synonym, per association of words, you can say, okay, this profile is more in line with my expectations, so it will receive a better ranking, and you can compare candidates. You can make them answer to some questions that are starting the qualification before you really have a look to the CV. And this action step ends when you use also social sourcing and everything is integrated in one platform that you use to really find the best talents, the best match for your research. In terms of preparation, there is a small part that I would like to show you. That means configuration. That means that you can really configure and customize the tool so that it reflects better your processes and the best practice that we suggest and that we collected in our experience with other customers. And everything can be reported and can be integrated in single reports using the analytics tool that we can have a look later. So let's start with the real demo flow. In the first part, we will speak about requisition. So how to create a requisition, how to create vacancies using the templates, for example. So how to really simplify and make the process of creation of preparation faster, so that we can start really immediately to find the profiles we are looking for. After that, we will have a look at the selection process, how to post the requisitions, how to search for candidates, and the different selection steps. And in the end, we will review some add-up topics. So let's start with the requisition handling. First of all, we are going to speak about job vacancies. As I was saying before, there are two options of integration, or you start from the vacancy inside the master data, so you already have a profile in master data with all the characteristics, the criteria you want to apply to the candidates, because you have in mind the position that you want to fill. Or you can start with, for example, an high volume campaign of recruitment, and you just want to find best talents, and then decide where to position them inside your organization. They both can be applied to Taleo. Then, depending on the user that we are logging in, we can have a different view of the application, and we will have a look at this as well. And in terms of massive recruitment, this is what we are going to see today in the demo environment. So we don't have already a requisition created in the master data core HR, so we are going to create a new requisition inside Taleo using the templates. We are going to see how easy it is, how fast it is, how many clicks you have to, how many clicks the process will imply, and after that, in few minutes, we will have our short list of candidates. So let's switch to the environment now. Okay, so this is the first look of the Taleo Enterprise Edition. As you can see, there is a really simplified interface with a few links that leads you to different part of the application. First of all, there is requisitions, so how to handle the requisition. From here, you can do everything connected to the requisition itself. Then you can have the list of candidates that applied in the past, that are applying now, so you have all the information about your candidates in the system, or also your internal candidates, let's say employees or interns, temporary collaborators, everybody that is working with your company can be profiled inside the candidate tab. Offers, to manage the offers. Task, if you want to remind you different actions that you have to take in the recruitment process, you can schedule and put everything inside the application. So we have a look at the requisition. If we open the tab, you see you have different links that leads you different parts of the requisition. So you can see just the requisition that you own, or you can see also other information about different groups. You can organize all this information and grant different accesses to different users, for example. But today we are going to create a requisition. So as we said before, we want to see how the creation process of a requisition looks like. And we can create a requisition from scratch, or we can use and leverage the templates. So going back to the presentation, we want to see the templates. They are connected to the job vacancies. So we can go on Libraries, Templates, and here, as best practice, you can create different templates and share those templates within your organization so that every recruiter will see all the templates available, and you can make them available also in different languages. For example, let's take the accountant template. In few seconds, you will see the template for an accountant already pre-filled with some information. If we go back to the library of templates, we can see that this template is those templates are totally configurable so that a recruiter can have access to the templates that is really using, or you can make the access to a general template library, different accesses for the different users. So we say that we want to create a new requisition from a regional sales director. So we can create requisition. We can localize the requisition inside our organization. For example, here we can decide okay, let's reduce the zoom. Okay, so now it should be better. So we selected just an organization in terms of example. We selected the primary location, just one, and job fields. So in 3 clicks, we have a position created for our requisition, so that Taleo is able to position really the requisition inside the organization structure. You can decide also to leave those fields empty, so that you can decide later where to position the people that you decide to hire. We wait just a few seconds. And here we have our requisition template already pre-filled with some information. So I just want to highlight that you can select a different candidate selection workflow. That means that if you have, for example, a campaign for interns, you will have probably a shorter selection process. Or if you are going to hire a director, for example, you will have more steps, more assessments, and you can configure this as backend so that your recruiter already finds connected to the template the right selection workflow. You can decide the owners of the requisition and other information that you can configure. You can also add fields as customized field if you want to track more information. You can also report on the budget that you are using for the selection process, so the travel expense, for example, or the budget that you are allocating in terms of posting and so on, compensation, and all those information you can retrieve them from the master data, or creating them from scratch, or as well using these templates again. Interesting enough, here you can also leverage the fact that Taleo allows you to save the requisition in different languages. So if you switch the language, you will see the description, for example, here in French. Or if you decide to choose German, you will see that in German. So that really you can have from one single interface point of view different languages and manage them really easily. Having said that, you can save the requisition and you can also add some questions, but we will see the questions later because it's connected to the selection process. But also, as I was saying, you can connect already questions to the requisition, to the template of the requisition, so that the recruiter really doesn't have to configure everything from zero, is already there. Now we are going to the requisition list. And in terms of a requisition, we will see now a requisition already created, pre-built, and the differences between internal and external selection, the workflows that we selected, and some basic info. So here we have the list of all our requisition. You can see the different status, can be open, can be draft. You can select your own status and pending, for example, for pending approval or on hold, or you can also include different status like closed requisition. You can filter them by different information, and now we decide to see only the requisition that are open. And now we go inside Business Analyst. Okay, so from here you can see the information that we were asked before during the creation of the requisition, and the job posting description, where you find two different descriptions, one for external and one for the internal candidates. That means that you can really differentiate the process that you are providing to internal audience and external audience. That is really powerful when you want to prioritize, for example, the internal process instead of make the requisition available and public for everybody. And you can differentiate the candidates that are coming from mobile devices, from external career portals, internal career portals, and make reports based on those information. So, as fields that are available in the requisition post, we already seen something, but I want to show you the approvals. Here, the application tracks everything that happens to the requisition in terms of history, so who applied, when applied, from where, and the different status of the requisition. From here, instead, from this tab, you track the approval history, so who approved, who didn't approve, what happened to the requisition approval process. And from here, you can select different posting and sources. Now that we've seen the process to create a requisition, we can switch to the second part of the demo.